Forget everything you know about roadside assistance. This is not just a tractor stuck in the mud. This is a cascade of catastrophic failures, pushing a vital machine to its absolute breaking point. When a machine dies in a place like this, it takes a special kind of genius to resurrect it. And that genius is about to be revealed. The first challenge, a complete loss of traction and engine power after being submerged. The recovery effort itself puts immense strain on the chassis and transmission. Finally free, but the damage is already done. The engine is sputtering, on the verge of stalling. Reinforcements have arrived. The second tractor provides the raw power the first one has lost. Back at the makeshift workshop, the real work begins, not with tools, but with a forensic analysis. She moves with a practiced confidence, her hands reading the story of the machine's trauma. The delicate process of reassembly begins. Each part must be perfectly seated. She applies precise torque to the bolts, a critical step in ensuring the engine's integrity under pressure. Even the smallest parts require meticulous attention. A single clogged valve could cripple the entire system. Our lead mechanic begins her work on an engine that has suffered extreme wear and tear. This fluid is likely from the fuel injector pump. She's examining its purity, looking for contaminants like water or debris. A thorough inspection of the undercarriage is crucial to check for frame damage or leaks in the hydraulic lines. She meticulously cleans the components, knowing that any remaining grit could cause irreversible damage. The transmission and final drive are coated in a thick layer of oil and dirt, indicating a potential seal failure. The heavy corrosion on these wheel bolts indicates they haven't been removed in a very long time. Even during a complex repair, daily life continues, a brief pause in the grueling work. The tractor is running smoothly, a successful repair, bringing another vital machine back into service. The final step, a thorough cleaning. This is not for aesthetics, but for preventative maintenance. A high-pressure wash removes corrosive mud and allows for a clear visual inspection of the entire machine. Every surface is methodically cleaned. This process can reveal hairline cracks or fluid leaks that were previously hidden by grime. This is the mark of a true professional, taking pride in the work from start to finish. We're now witnessing a complete engine overhaul, a high-stakes mechanical surgery. This is a valve lifter, a critical component of the valvetrain. It's being inspected for wear and cleaned of old, sludgy oil. The teardown continues, moving deeper into the engine's core. This is the fuel injector pump. Each part is carefully removed and laid out in order, a crucial practice for a successful reassembly. The mechanic's hands are incredibly steady, a requirement for working with these delicate components. The cleaned injectors are now reinstalled into the cylinder head. A torque wrench should be used here. but an experienced mechanic can often feel the correct tightness. The methodical disassembly continues, exposing more layers of the engine's complex architecture. Now, attention turns to the cooling system. The radiator is being removed for a full flush. The clean radiator is reinstalled. This single step can dramatically improve engine performance and longevity. Each part is returned to its home, the engine slowly coming back to life. This intricate dance of mechanics and machinery is a sight to behold. The engine overhaul is complete. A final check before attempting to start it. This technician is replacing a coolant hose. A brittle or cracked hose is a common failure point. He's working on the fuel delivery system, a complex network of pumps and lines. This young operator demonstrates skill and familiarity with her machine. The radiator is being topped up with fresh coolant after the system was flushed. The high torque of an impact driver is essential for removing large, heavily torqued bolts on the frame. Welding. This shows they don't just replace parts, they fabricate and repair them. A crucial skill in a remote area. A final wipe down of the engine block before it's fully reassembled. The combined effort of two people is sometimes needed to break loose a stubborn, rusted bolt. The mechanics debrief. They discuss the repair, sharing knowledge for the next time a machine fails. This interaction is a key part of the local engineering ecosystem, building a resilient community. Now, a masterclass in manual tire repair. This is a physically brutal and technically demanding job. She uses a simple hydraulic jack, placing it carefully on a stable point of the tractor's frame. With the tractor lifted, she can begin the arduous process of removing the massive wheel. Reseating the heavy tire onto the rim requires perfect technique and incredible strength. Using a small bottle jack, she carefully positions it to lift the immense weight of the tractor's axle. She uses chocks and blocks to create a stable lifting platform on the uneven ground. Safety is paramount. With the wheel off the ground, she can now begin the process of unbolting it from the hub. Her attention now turns to the chassis, possibly to inspect a suspected crack in the frame. And the result of all that hard work, a fully functional machine, once again taming the landscape. The workshop is a hub of activity, a testament to the constant need for repair and maintenance. The powerful jet of water blasts away layers of caked-on mud, revealing the machine beneath. This is a critical first step before any mechanical inspection can be performed. She is incredibly thorough, ensuring every part of the chassis and assembly is clean. The transformation is incredible. The machine is emerging from its cocoon of dirt. A clean machine is a reliable machine. She moves on to the electrical system, cleaning the battery terminals to ensure a solid connection. She repairs a damaged wire, using electrical tape to insulate the splice from moisture. The moment of truth. She climbs aboard to test the fruits of their labor. The engine turns over, a successful revival, a testament to skill and perseverance. Another day, another major engine repair. This one starts with adding essential fluids. The teardown begins, starting with the components on top of the engine block. The amount of grime indicates this engine has been leaking oil for some time. Small engine components are meticulously scrubbed clean in a solvent bath. With the parts cleaned, the reassembly can begin. She carefully places a valve cover. She hand tightens the screws first to prevent cross-threading before applying final torque. Using a wrench, she systematically tightens the bolts to ensure even pressure on the gasket. She's replacing the oil filter, a fundamental part of any serious engine service. The radiator is being inspected, its cooling fins checked for damage and blockages. Each step is performed with a methodical patience that borders on artistry. The process is long and arduous, a marathon of mechanical focus. Small components are carefully slotted back into the engine block. The final tightening of a crucial bolt on the engine assembly. A final, thorough inspection of the entire engine bay. She cleans the surfaces, removing any spilled oil or dirt from the repair process. The last piece of the puzzle is put into place. A look of satisfaction. The machine has been rebuilt and is ready for duty. We begin with what appears to be topping up the radiator. The severe corrosion indicates this machine's age. Here is our patient, a tractor not just stuck, but seemingly abandoned and reclaimed by nature. The mechanic assesses the situation. The recovery will be as much an archaeological dig as a mechanical repair. She attempts to manually rock the machine, trying to break the suction of the mud. Her first task is to clear away years of accumulated sludge and debris. She contemplates her next move. Brute force alone will not be enough here. She's attempting to remove a wheel to reduce weight and gain better access to the undercarriage. The intense focus shows she is working on a delicate or seized component. Every ounce of her strength is pitted against the dead weight of the machine and the grip of the mud. A part is reinstalled, perhaps a temporary fix to aid in the extraction. A brief moment of success. A part moves, a connection is made. The machine is cleaned as much as possible in situ before the major extraction attempt. A look of pride and determination. She has not given up on this forgotten machine. And here it is. The cavalry arrives in the form of another vehicle. Pulled from its muddy grave, the first step of a long resurrection is complete. The battle against the elements and failing machinery is a daily reality here. To tractors navigate a rough, unfinished road. This terrain is brutal on any vehicle's suspension and frame. The workshop is wherever the work needs to be done. Here, tractors are prepped for service. A high-pressure wash reveals the true state of this battle-scarred green tractor. Note the removed radiator on the ground. A tarp is laid out, creating a clean workspace for the delicate engine components. He's working deep inside the engine, likely adjusting the valve clearance. The female mechanic meticulously cleans a part in a solvent bath, removing all traces of old, contaminated oil. Her focus is absolute as she works on the top of the engine block. Here, she is setting up a pump, likely to drain old fuel or oil from the machine. Another detailed cleaning of a sensitive engine component. She carefully adds fresh engine oil, the lifeblood of the machine. The reassembly process continues with the installation of smaller exterior parts. The old green tractor, brought back to life, drives away under its own power. But the work is never done. A new crisis. Another tractor has fallen into a stream. She is fighting against the current and the weight of the waterlogged machine. The tilted angle of the machine means water has likely flooded the engine cylinders through the exhaust. An engineer's worst nightmare, a fully submerged machine. She begins by clearing debris. Her persistence is incredible, clearing away mud and silt with a small basket. She uses a long pole for leverage, trying to shift the machine's position in the stream bed. Help arrives. A larger red tractor will provide the brute force needed for the extraction. The recovery is underway, a slow, powerful pull to lift the blue tractor from the water. The machine is finally free from the stream's grip. Both tractors make their way back to the workshop, the rescued one in tow. Back on solid ground, the long process of decontamination and repair can begin. A thorough power wash is the first and most critical step to assess the water damage. She meticulously blasts away every trace of mud, which can trap moisture and accelerate corrosion. Even the undercarriage must be spotless. Every component is systematically cleaned. Now, by hand, she wipes down the engine block, preparing for disassembly. She drains the contaminated oil. It will almost certainly be milky white from water emulsification. She begins the engine teardown, inspecting for water damage. A close-up reveals the extent of the contamination. This dark sludge is a mixture of old oil and river water. This is a painstaking, multi-day repair condensed into moments. Her unwavering focus is the only thing standing between this machine and the scrapyard. With the engine compromised, the old battery is removed. It's likely damaged from the submersion. The difference is night and day. This surface is now ready for the new gasket. She carefully lowers the heavy cylinder head back onto the engine block. She uses an impact driver to tighten the head bolts in a specific sequence to ensure even pressure. The complexity of a modern diesel engine is laid bare. She reinstalls the fuel lines, her movements precise and efficient. Every connection must be perfect to withstand the high pressures of the fuel system. The job is nearly done. She cleans her hands and tools, a ritual signaling the end of the dirty work. A final polish on the valve cover, a small touch of pride in a job well done. The focus shifts to tire repair, a completely different but equally vital mechanical skill. The rusted condition of the wheel rim makes removing the old tire incredibly difficult. She uses immense leverage and strength to pry the tire bead over the lip of the wheel rim. Her entire body weight is used in this struggle, a testament to the physicality of the work. Success! The tire is finally mounted. A moment of relief after a grueling battle. The resurrected machine, its engine rebuilt, its tires repaired, stands ready. The final cleanup, every tool is accounted for, the workspace left tidy. A machine reborn, a testament to profound engineering skill and unwavering human spirit. A very special thank you to the owner of the YouTube channel LiQ Lan for creating this wonderful video and allowing me to comment. If you enjoyed this narrative, please visit and support their channel at the link in the description below.